Have you ever wondered how the course of history would have been different if the outcomes of key events were altered? Today, let's turn back the hands of time and revisit the period from 1096 to 1099, a time marked by the events of the First Crusade. This era is often remembered for its religious fervor, with knights and pilgrims embarking on a holy mission to reclaim the sacred city of Jerusalem. Contrary to the popular narrative of it being an outright Christian victory, the Muslims played a significant role in this event. Their involvement and strategies, though less talked about, greatly shaped the course of the crusade. As we delve into the initial stages, we'll explore the motivations that sparked this monumental undertaking. We'll also shed light on the early victories that bolstered the morale of the Christian soldiers. But as we'll see, the tide of the war was about to take a dramatic turn. The First Crusade wasn't just a series of Christian victories. The Muslims had their share of triumphs too. The First Crusade was a time of great upheaval and conflict, but it also highlighted the resilience and strategic brilliance of the Muslim armies. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, Muslim generals were able to turn the tide of battle in their favor on numerous occasions. They made effective use of the local terrain, utilizing its features to their advantage, and rallied their troops with inspiring speeches and promises of glory. One of the most notable Muslim victories during the First Crusade was the Battle of Ascalon in 1099. This battle was a testament to the strategic acumen of the Muslim generals. The Crusaders had taken Jerusalem and were headed south to capture the coastal city of Ascalon, but they were met by a well-prepared Muslim force. The Muslims utilized the surrounding terrain to their advantage, setting up ambush points and using hit-and-run tactics to wear down the Crusader forces. Ultimately, the Crusaders were forced to retreat, marking a significant victory for the Muslims. Another key victory came a year later with the Siege of Tyre in 1100. Despite being under siege for months, the city's Muslim defenders refused to surrender. They repelled numerous assaults, and their resilience eventually forced the Crusaders to abandon the siege. This victory was a clear demonstration of the Muslims' ability to maintain their defense under extreme conditions and served as a morale booster for other Muslim forces. These victories were not only military achievements, but also symbolic ones. They showed the world that the Muslims were not just passive victims in the face of the Crusades. They were formidable opponents, capable of strategic brilliance and unyielding resilience. They were able to rally their troops, utilize the terrain to their advantage, and hold their ground against a powerful enemy. These victories marked a turning point in the First Crusade, showing that the Muslims were formidable opponents. The First Crusade was a complex and pivotal event in history, and the role of the Muslims in it was far from insignificant. As we reflect on the key points discussed so far, we recall the resounding victories of the Muslim forces. These victories were not merely a show of force, but a testament to their resilience and strategic brilliance. In fact, the Muslim forces proved to be a formidable adversary, often outmaneuvering their opponents with their deep understanding of the terrain and ingenious military tactics. These victories not only bolstered the morale of the Muslim forces, but also significantly impacted the course of the First Crusade. Even in the face of adversities, the Muslims showcased their indomitable spirit and courage, standing their ground and fighting valiantly. As we delve into history, we come to appreciate the complexities and nuances of events like the First Crusade and realize that victory is not always as clear-cut as it seems.